Hey guys, we're at the next stop now. Whoop, gotta line up the hat. This is a greenhouse, and this is where they grow dragon fruits. So let's take a look at a dragon fruit garden. See? Sort of like a cactus, right?
Have you eaten this before, Ollie?
Never.
Never.
Dragon fruit is a fruit that's a bit less sweet than you're used to. At least most people. I actually like a bit more sweetness, but it's okay, it's good. Dragon fruit's a very, very interesting plant. When I was cycling through Southeast Asia, I came upon plenty of dragon fruit farms, and I mean the plant itself has a very cactus-like consistency. It's very succulent. I think you'd call these like a succulent, and ordinarily they'd grow along the ground and just sort of spread out along the ground, but I imagine that whoever started cultivating these realized that if they lay on the ground they probably bruise and they don't have as much uniformity. So they raise them up off the ground and tie them to all of these cables, and that kind of gets them up and allows the fruits to kind of dangle and form in more of a more symmetric style. They look so weird. I mean, this must have been where the Little Shop of Horrors got their idea for the Little Shop of Horrors monster.
You talked! You open your trap, you sing and you say,
Feed me, Carbon! Feed me now!
Feed me, Fillmore! Feed me! And they're heavy too. Sometimes I'm surprised at how heavy fruits are. They're just such a heavy fruit. You can tell by the way that the plant grows. It kind of dangles down, and the weight of the dragon fruit just pulls the entire plant down. But yeah, prickly. Is that what it's called? Pitaya?
Yeah, I think it's called pitaya in Spanish.
Okay, cool. That's Noelle. She's with Mexicanos in China, a Spanish-speaking China YouTuber. We are actually in the province of Shanxi and a city called Gaoling. And today we're actually touring all through Gaoling. And it seems to me like they produce a lot of fruits and vegetables, like they're a source of produce for the province. They're very short distance outside of Xi'an, so if you guys know of the Terracotta Warriors, Xi'an is home to that. Ooh, this is a good one. Look at this one. Do you know the movie Little Shop of Horrors?
No, I don't.
It's basically a story. The guy has a little plant from space, and he puts the seed, and the seed grows, and it looks just like one of these, and it opens the mouth, and it's the guy grows is Seymour. Seymour! Feed me, Seymour! And it's like a musical. It's a musical.
I've never seen it, but I think I
Yeah. It eats blood, so you have to feed it people. So he starts by pricking his finger, and then the plant eats it up,
no, so
and it ends up eating him and his girlfriend and everybody. But it's an interesting movie.
Maybe that's why dragon fruit is red.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe all of these are like alien monsters. Have you seen this plant before back home?
I was just talking about it in the video. I've never seen this plant in
Outside
Mexico. Outside of China, because if you search for it online, it says that it's from South America or Latin America. You know, like
Sure.
this territory. It says it comes from there. So it's very funny because I've never seen it.
Yeah.
And my family have never heard of this fruit, and I've lived also in Peru, and I've never seen it, so I don't know.
You know what's funny is that, like, you're right. Like, normally this would grow in warmer places. When I cycle my bike, around the south, I saw it in, like, Southeast Asia and stuff. But, as long as you got the covering, you can filter the light and make whatever temperature you want, you know what I mean? So this area, I don't think would normally grow this, but they
Really?
they can create the atmosphere so that the environment can grow it. So it's kind of interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
before coming to China, I've never seen this fruit, and I've never seen this plant either. Like, this is the first time for me, and it does look like an alien.
Like alien,
from
right?
space. So
Don't get
it's
your
very
finger near it.
funny.
Don't get your finger near it.
Yeah, don't risk it.
Welcome to Gaoling.
Welcome to Gaoling.
Welcome to China.
This is my crew. This is my gang behind me. Ali, have you ever seen a plant? You ever seen a?
I've never seen this
dragon fruit plant?
dragon fruit plant before. No, it's
Yeah.
kind of interesting how it grows. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have expected it to grow in this climate.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like I don't think so either. I think the only reason it grows here is because they're creating the climate, you know.
知道讲，这是我指导讲的。OK，就这样讲下去行。
这里是吧？
对，
这个人呢？
你看这条点了。
I heard that sound. I thought the plant was getting angry.
Yeah. Succeeding in life, winning.
JaYoe.
Like Trump or not.
Yeah, these are expensive, man. Dragon fruits. This dragon fruit costs 100 RMB per fruit. It's crazy. 100 RMB.
I love this one. Yeah, I love it. Especially that one. I don't know if it's in my mind, but that one was really sweet.
The one you cut?
Yeah, the one I cut, right? I'm biased. Yeah.
More. Feed me. Holy cow, what is this is the hua, 对不对? This is the flower. Holy moly, I never saw the actual flower. Wow. So this is a dragon fruit flower. Does it smell? Wow, look at that thing. That is enormous.
Stop talking about your manhood again.
Well, the flower's pretty nice too. So this trip is very interesting. Gaoling seems to be focused a lot on produce and fruits and vegetables and such, and so that's what we're learning about today. I am very impressed and interested with the idea of being able to sort of terraform your own place. I mean, I guess that's the right word, right? I mean, ordinarily, I don't think dragon fruit would grow here. You'd have to have controls in place. So they cover it with plastic. They have vents on the side that obviously allow air in and out. I asked them about bees. Bees are an important thing with regards to growing fruits because the flowers need to be able to cross-pollinate. So a lot of times they will have contractors, people that their whole job is to take care of different hives. And so they job out the hives and they'll bring the hive in and then they'll hang it in the middle of every greenhouse and they'll leave it there for a number of weeks or months or depending on how long the flowering period of each fruit is. And then the bees will just go around, do their thing, do their business, you know, take pollen and move it around and make sure that the next set of fruits have enough pollen to go around and they pollinate the entire area. And when their job is finished, they go back into their hive, they sleep one day, the guy probably comes in and gasses them and then takes his hive away. And it's a really interesting industry, actually, beekeeping. Not only does it produce honey, I think we all know that, but they have a really, really important role in cross-pollination and propagating plants and allowing these fruit farms to exist. I mean, without the bees, you'd have to do all of that stuff manually, which I know that it is possible to cross-pollinate manually. But why do it yourself when you can get a bunch of animals to come and do it for you, you know? Insects. I wonder what's next. What is next? Oh, these are babies, right? You got hides of the... Are these, right? Yeah. They're just... Yeah. The hua. Oh, yeah, okay. So these are just the next recruits. Cool. You even have the sleeping quarters. I don't know if that's security or just a guy that hangs out. Maybe he just really likes the smell of dragon fruits. But I imagine he's security or spends the night here and takes care of the plants every morning. Some fertilizer, and then obviously some containers to carry the plants when everything's ready to go. Very close to harvest, right? How much longer till they pluck all these off? It's very soon to harvest, right? 1 month. 1 month.
对1年，1年是
1 year.
1 year cycle.
No.
6 cycles in a year. Okay.
如果加那个补光灯的话，加了增温设备可以做。
Yeah.
If you keep it warm, they'll flower.
Yeah.
尝一下这个跟蜂蜜一样甜的果子。
I'm gonna leave.
If
Yeah.
you use lights, they're going to be 15 cycles.
15. Okay. If you use lights to like imitate night and day and things like this.
温度和光照。
Right. Cool.
To warm up the...
1倍。
Oh. Warming lights. Okay. Like you said, as long as it's warm, you can get them to.
It's different with other plants. So you see, if you keep it over 16 hours, they'll never bud. But as soon as you take them under 16 hours, they'll start budding. Oh, that's what my friend Ernie told me.
So it's just the foreigners that come in and say, "What are you doing?"
No, not the foreigners. Just leave.
Yeah, just leave.
And cherries is another one. Cherries is another super
Yeah,
expensive
cherries is
one.
Well, cherries, even in BC where they grow cherries, are expensive. You know, so
Really? They're not
oh
that
yeah.
expensive in England. They're higher than some other fruits, but they're not anything.
It's all supply and demand, though. I mean, you know, if you're like you're in Nanning, you can get them cheap because you're right there.
I
I don't think we grow
disagree.
cherry. I think it's too hot down south to grow cherries.
I disagree. I think the prices here are fruit of massively manipulated by a few people, because there's supply and demand. So if dragon fruit they could only produce a certain amount in a certain amount of time, then yeah, of course the price up. But there's an abundance of them. So I think
Max,
things are artificially.
It's interesting. Yeah.
And then compare with the previous one, the greenhouse vegetables one.
They have a little performance for us. They have a bunch of these kids that have been practicing on their xiao and brought it out to entertain us when we come to the merging of the two rivers. Hey, good job. Tally Highland.
对，对，
不好意思，老师。我试试。High five. This is the Jinhe River, and this is the Weihe River. What you end up seeing is the collision of calm with chaos. How's it going, guys? That's our bus. This is the crew. It's time for dinner with me and you. Came up with that myself.
The world is on my side once again.
Everything's very good. This dinner is top notch. Tofu.